Hello again and welcome to our walk around appraisal. Today we're looking at this 72 plate. It's actually registered February 2023. This is our Mini Countryman Cooper S exclusive with the auto paddle shift gearbox, so it gets the sport gearbox on this one. It's just under 180 PS, around about 176 brake horsepower. It's one owner from new. Covered 14,249 miles and finished in enigmatic black, which is like a blue black, which you'll see better when we come in close. Now, as always, the car's been machine polished, it's been detailed, paint correction, not a lot of paint correction because it's very low mileage, but there's always a couple of little tiny wincy little chips on the front end somewhere. We'll try and find one. I think there's one on the bonnet that we touched in earlier that we're going to machine polish probably on Monday now. So this car has also got the Premium Plus package. Now that package varies on different models, but on this one it includes things like the parking camera, park assist, so the car will park itself, and I think an up-rated navigation plus system, and sunroof, so the panoramic roof. Now, if we come in fact, Dan, if you want to pop the locking, I'll just bring the lights on. It's got the LED lights there, and fog lights. And it's got this much sportier, the Cooper S has a much sportier bumper to it. We've got in stock as well a John Cooper Works in sage green. This has got the mini yaws wheels and leather interior as well, we'll come to. Just want to show you the paintwork at the front. Now we have to use various different machine polishes, or Dan does, to go around all these intricate bits around the bumpers and everything. It's a very long process, but we've always presented the cars the same way here. Nothing's changed in all the years I've been doing this. We have a standard that we work to on every vehicle. Doesn't matter about whether it's 6 months old or 6 years old, they all get the same treatment. So we'll just move around. You can capture that blue now. I think we've got just to pinpoint something for you. So that little blob there, that's a touch-in. That just needed some lacquer, and you can see it because it's slightly raised. By Monday, that'll be really hard, and we've got a little block we use, and we'll flatten it, and then basically we'll polish it afterwards, so you won't really see it, you'll hardly see it. But it's nothing. If we look down the side of the car, that's a really good angle to see. It's not so easy on the other side because there's more reflection. And you can just see how true all those panels are. In fact, let's just slowly zoom in. Take a look. All the wing mirrors. I've had a good look around the car. There were no ding dents whatsoever. These wheels have never had a smart repair or anything. They are as new and they are completely unmarked. Now, in the reflection, our office door sadly has got some corrugated plastic. We had a break-in through the roof a couple of weeks ago, and we're waiting for new doors to arrive. So if you see that funny texture there, that is not the paintwork. It sadly is that door. Were they broken? And they didn't even steal anything. Sad people. I think they're just looking for money. But they came in. Anyway, there you have it from there. Let's move out. Now it's got this, I say grey roof and grey mirrors. It's got a very subtle bronze tint to it, but it really enhances the classiness of this Countryman. Let's just come in and show you. It's always very difficult on these cameras because you're never sure if it's actually going to show the colour as accurately as it looks with your eyes. See, to me, the naked eye, without the camera, it's a little bit more bronzy than that. Ah, more like you saw there. And then we've got the panoramic roof, which we will open up. Let's come down, got this nice logo on the side, the S logo, and then we'll come down to these. In fact, you can see the extra parking sensor on the side for the park assist. I'll just pull back out a little bit. There you go. So these wheels are absolutely mint. I've looked around all of them and they've got the original finish all the way around. There is no smart repairs on them whatsoever. You don't often see that. Come to the back one. And again, look, it's got this Mini Yours logo, the checkered flag. You'll see that logo up on the side of the vehicle here. Don't want me in the picture, do you? Right, Mini Yours, there you go. Let's go with the Union Jack style rear lights. We've also, I think, Dan, have you got the key? I'll just borrow that from you. So with the key in our pocket, we've got comfort access. So a little button just on here, you might notice this picture, and that will lock the car and unlock the car. So I'll just give that back to you. Well caught, Dan. Okay, let's travel around the back slowly, and you'll now also notice nothing gets missed. Look at those tailpipes, all been polished up. No damage on that rear bumper at all. The car was parked off-road. So they had a really lovely house. It wasn't in the Cotswolds, but it looked very Cotswoldsy. And there was off-road parking. And the gentleman had had about 6 of these Countrymans, I think he said. And there's now got the newer one, which he said was quite a bit longer and bigger. And they've made everything touchscreen inside. And I think there were some loves and some pet hates, sort of a mixed view of it all. But overall, I think he likes it. So around the filler cap, that's just check out, looking for any scratches, nothing there. While we're here, we do the rear wheel. Again, look, you can see, absolutely immaculate. In fact, if I come in real close, it's the exact finish from new. They're all exactly the same. And I'll show you from here, and then I wanted to show you the other side, low down from the back, because there we go. And in fact, we'll do both sides actually, because there's less reflection on this, the other side now, I think. Saying that, we've got more cars in here today. So let's see. Yeah, that is better. You can see that now we've not got the reflection of the horrible plastic in the door. See that the bodywork, absolutely immaculate. Right, I think what we'll do next, we'll take a look under the bonnet. So I'm going to get some help from Dan. Oh. Cheers. 2 pulls to release the bonnet. Lovely, thank you, Dan. Now, what I'm going to do, because I'm carrying this piece of paper, it's driving me mad. So I've realised I've either printed off the wrong one or Alexis has ticked on. Dan, remind me to take out 360 camera. She's meant to put in rear camera. It doesn't have 360 cameras, so we'll put that right. Driving assistance pack, Apple CarPlay comfort pack, electric folding mirrors, heated seats, Mini Yours lounge leather, Yeah, so that's all fine. So Dan, if you can just take that, you see that's on. We'll change that in the advert. We haven't, I don't think we've actually released the advert properly yet. Okay, engine bay now. Very tidy. And yep, this has the twin power turbo. So basically that's a twin scroll turbo. And essentially, basically you've got two of the cylinders from the engine powering one side of the turbo and to the other side. So it's like, instead of one big opening, you've got two smaller ones next to each other. And they're sort of, all the timing in it is quite complicated. If you Google it, it makes for a better and more responsive turbo experience. So when you put your foot down, it's more direct. It doesn't take as much power to spin the turbo up. It's better on fuel, etc. So really tidy under there, as you can see. Just bring you up here. You can see that everything is nice and clean. And for those that think jet washing around the engine, you have to be so careful. We're extremely careful here. We use a lot of maintenance spray, and we try to keep jet washing to a minimum. And if you get leaves and things in here, you don't want to be jet washing that into a pulp, because it will just block up all the drainage holes. So don't do that. You want to try and clear it all out with a hoover. And if we look up underneath, really nice and clean under there. I mean, you could say that this Mini came home, because it was originally sold by the local dealer around the corner, but I'm just going to shut this down, just drop it down. But I had to travel all the way to Corby to buy it from the last owner, believe it or not. So there you have it. Okay, I think now is probably the time to take a look inside. So I've been around, there's nothing, if I haven't shown you anything on the outside that you're thinking, is there any damage there? I can assure you there isn't. Okay, so inside door card. Now I'm just going to say things as I remember them. So you've got multiple coloured lighting in these vehicles as well. And you'll notice the colour in the door handles and that line along the bottom. You'll also see it in the footwells and at the bottom in front of the gear stick there. You can see it on the other side. And I'll show you where we can change that a little bit later. You also have it around the dial. It's not on at the moment, but around the center dial. And there are different options for those lights as well. So when you rev the engine, the lights will come up around it like a rev counter or the speed. Also when you turn the car off, they can flash. There was one other, what was the other, Dan, that we found out? Heartbeat, where it flashed at the end when you turned it off. And I will come back to that because I can't remember. Oh, the sensors. Yes, that was it. The parking sensors. So that entire display, we'll show you when we get in, will flash from green to amber to red around the outside. So again, if we look at the door shuts, really nice and clean. We've got the Mini Yaws mats in lovely condition. All of the dash, there's no damage on the dash. It's not had any stupid, these air fresheners nowadays. Please do not stick them to the inside of your car. Some of them, we've noticed this on Mercedes, or hang them on your steering indicator stalks, etc. They actually melt some of the plastics. So whatever you do, do not do that. Got added speaker up on the top there, all the air vents, really nice sort of aluminium. I know it's not aluminium, it looked aluminium. It's a very different finish. I'm not too sure if that lights up as well. Now these Mini Yaws seats, the leather is really nice. It's a very sturdy but soft rubber. Come down, show you the texture of it. And this piping, look, all the way up. Nice and comfortable. Got a Mini Yours logo stitched into the side there. And then you come to the headrest, look, and the perforations are in the shape of the Union Jack. There's also a little very patriotic Union Jack button. So really nicely finished. I mean, the Minis, all of the range has come a long way. We've got lumbar support there as well. We've got a center armrest, which also lifts up. I'm not too sure, but I think you can wrap cable around here because it's got like a recess. All lovely and clean. And if I leave that up for a second, yeah, we did catch her. That's the same there. And again, we'll show you more of this when we come round. But very, very nice interior. And the quality is really good. When the Minis first, I remember when they first came out, they, for me, they looked like a death trap. But now they're a solid little car. Plenty of room, perfect for family. Okay, so let's move to the back. I might want your help, Dan, with opening the door on the other side. Throw some light in here. So again, the door card here. And the door shuts. No damage on the inside of the door shuts. I know it's a little bit bright, but there we go. Rear mats. The back of the front seats. See, we've got the blind across at the front, but it's open at the back. So it's manual blinds, but electric sunroof. No damage here. I don't think any children have been in the back. There was an, he doesn't mind me saying, an older gentleman. He wasn't in his 20s, let's say that. Very nice people. You gotta be careful what you say nowadays, haven't you? Don't want to upset anyone. But very nice people. There we go. What I was trying to say is it hasn't had children in the back kicking the back of the seats. I know what that's like. Every car we drive, we have to put something there to save any damage from mucky feet of our little one. So there you have it. Don't know if I can, we'll see the other side when we come round. Okay, in fact, I'm going to leave that door open because we'll open up the boot now. Let's just come back out. It's the back of the car. So, manual boot on this one. I have to say, when they're electric boots, you have to be careful. Some people are so used to pulling a handle that they throw them out of synchronization, and my sister had a problem with hers the other day where she pulled the handle and moved the parcel shelf and it wouldn't shut. So back of the bumper there. So all really nice and clean in here. Little hooks up here. This is for carrier bags. So you can hook your shopping on there. Got the tethering points for ISOFIX. And also this vehicle has ISOFIX on the front passenger seat. That is right, Dan, isn't it? I think it's on both of them. We've got a 12 volt. Yeah, so that is right. There is a ISOFIX on the passenger seat. That's the storage package, I think, with the sprung here. And then you can plug, if you've got one of those chill boxes, in the summer you can plug it in there to keep everything chilled. And then this boot mat, you can flip it over like so. It stays up on its own accord, which is quite nice. There's a lot of storage under there. You get many shoe boxes in there. So, as I say, a lot of practicality. Or if you've got a child, you'd probably even get or might get. Did you get a pushchair under there, a small one? You might get an angle. Yeah, maybe. But you get quite a lot in there. Right, let's now put the seats down. So let's come round. While I come round, I'm just going to show you the door card here. Now, this piece there, did you see that came down separately? So there are 3 sections that come down individually. So you can drop that centerpiece down if you need to put some long items through the middle and still sit 2 people in the car, which is quite handy. And we've still got the parcel shelf. In fact, let's take that out for just a second. In fact, Dan, if you don't mind grabbing that out, as it will give us a much better view. There you go. So now, it's almost turned into a small van. If you were going to Courage to pick up your new widescreen TV, or even a fridge, or a set of flat pack IKEA stuff, or whatever it is that you're buying, there's quite a lot of height there with the Countryman, and plenty of space. I'll just come round and show you from here. Sits fairly flat as well. So perfect. So I'll go round and do the other seat for Dan while he puts that back in. And we'll just flip these up. In fact, they do go back in 2 different stages. Can you see that one is slightly out further? So you can, there it is. Yeah. And again, the leather, all in really nice condition. And we've got 2 USB-C, I think they are. There you go, 2 USB-C ports for those in the back. Oh, there we go, there we go. What's that? Oh, I think, is that? Oh, it's just a cleaning product we used earlier that we haven't wiped off properly, that's what it is. Okay, so that's all done in the back now. That can all be shut down. And onto the front door card. Again, no damage. We've got like this suede finish. There you go. You can brush it one way, it goes really smooth. Oops, sorry. It's very horrible to photograph because whatever way it's been dragged, it sort of shows sometimes, as you can see. Got folding electric mirrors, just here. Again, sorry, let's get this back in focus. There we go, door seal, the Cooper S. Now I think there are also, is there lighting for underneath? Oh, it's under the mirror, is it? Okay. I'll tell you what, Dan, do you want to flick the lights off just for a second? Is that the Mini logo? Yeah. I've got the... Yeah, but we can't see it. So Dan's just going to flip the lights off. There you go. So as you walk up to your car, you get this Mini emblem on the floor, lighting up. I think we've also got door handle lights as well, all round. Let me just lock the car and unlock it. There you go, you can see them come on. So at night it lights up really nicely. That's great, we can pop that back on now, Dan. So we don't usually show that, just thought we would. Now we'll take a look inside. So let's take a look at this driver's seat. Height adjustment there. Again, all the leather, the bolsters, really nice condition again. No damage. It's so clean, this car. It's, you know, there's nothing to point out. Let's just come in a bit closer, there we go. The mini yaws steering wheel, the Union Jack at the bottom. So I'm trying to do this one-handed and it's not so easy. Okay, let's jump in. Okay, I'm gonna shut the door. Move this seat back. Okay, well, you can see me there. So, starting button. Love this. So up it fires, and you've got your driver 1, 2, depending what key that you have. Each key can be set up separately, so that will memorize all of your radio settings, etc., mirror settings. There's the mileage, 14,249. Using this button in the center here, oh, we haven't got the radio on, that's why. It's on mute, isn't it? Okay, let's put it on.
Came to a head.
Down. Okay, now you'll see we've got LBC News. We go down, you can go through. But you can do this with the Apple CarPlay. Obviously, I'm using my phone for the video, so we can't run that at the same time because it will stop the video. There's voice control there as well. But a lot of people will use their Siri or Google. I'm sure it links up with the Android as well. We've got the cruise control and speed limiter on this side. We've got our paddles, the minus and the plus, auto wipers. We've got auto lights, the adaptive LED lights as well. I don't know if we put that in the listing. I think we just put LED lights. So it's got the adaptive LEDs, so that's nice. So basically these lights will react with the light conditions outside the car, which is nice. Let's just see if all the lighting on the dash, yeah, so we can turn that down. We've got fog lights there, auto headlights. Now let's start in the middle here. So already you can see the lighting around the outside. This button in the center, this is for, well, we've got collision warning. So if you get too close, it'll warn you, and brake intervention, as it says. We've got pedestrian alert, so if someone was to walk out, it will do the same thing. It'll brake. And then we've got lane departure warning, so it'll vibrate the steering wheel, and then you can configure everything for early through to late. We'll keep it on early. That's the warning points. Okay, now we've got a mode button here. This is all touch screen. We can go to the home page. Home, and then we've got the media. You can flick across here. So we start with communication, your recent calls, your mobile, etc., onto your radio and your media, etc. here. And then come out of there, we've got the navigation. So we've got the widescreen navigation, and is it this one? Which one's for the, oh okay, it's this one here. So you can change perspective. Now you can save some of these windows. Look, I used to point this out before and I've stopped doing it, in direction of travel, so that we can save that one on number 5. So if I press number 6 now, it will change the view. So rather than having to look in here when you drive along, just press 6 or 5. You can save telephone numbers on these numbers, because you don't really need to save the radio stations. You can use voice control and stuff, and most people listen to their own music, and you can do that by voice as well. If we go back, we can go, so this is My Mini. We've got all your settings, so anything from lights, interior lighting, This will be for the brightness, which we've got turned up. Now up here, the second button in, if we press that, this is where it will go through the colours. Now what I'll do, I'm going to bring the camera over here and I'll flick through. There's the greens, blues, bluer, purple, well, or mauve, then purple, then I'm not sure what that colour is. I don't know all my colours. Reds, oranges, through to yellows and greens again. So you can choose. We'll put it on. What are we going to put? Let's put it on this one. That'll do. Now the other thing you can do is you can adjust. Let's go back in there. Okay. So where was it? Interior lighting. No, it wasn't. It was on displays. That's where it was. So where is displays? System settings. Displays. Okay. Control center. That's the brightness, instrument cluster, range. That's for up on here. So you can adjust what you can see there. And central display. So this one. So we can have standard view or event view. And we're talking about the lighting. So heartbeat. This is apparently where the lights will, in fact, if we turn the vehicle off, when we look up, if we've does it know I'm in the car still, or have I shut all the doors? I think what it does, it flashes several times. I think it knows I'm in the car, or maybe I haven't turned it off completely. But I think it flashes. We won't worry about that one for now. Let's go back to where we were. So mini settings, displays, event view. Yep. So navigation, you can see on here, park assist, climate control. So they all light up in different areas. Look, sound. So the sound one. Okay, we'll have to turn this up and turn it down.
Music. This is smooth.
So you see the lights go up as the sound went up, and it does the same for like the rev counter and things like that. So that's the idea. It's a bit hard because we can't play music. Color scheme. So you can change it to sport, or you can have it on what they call lounge, or depending on the color, depending on the drive mode, the color will change. Right, just moving down. So we've got on this one, we've got dual climate control. And then we've got heated seats both sides. Maximum aircon, recirculate, rear demist at the front. This will bring on the parking sensors on the map. Stop start, obviously we know this one. Traction control, and this one is for your drive modes. So if we press that, you'll see that we're now in green mode. So we're driving for efficiency. So the climate's on green. If we turn that off, this efficiency drops. If we reduce our speed and do an average of say 60 miles an hour, if I can get it there quick enough. Okay, so if we drive to these conditions, we get much more efficiency, so better fuel economy, etc. Now if we flip up, we've got then a mid-range, which is a preset mode. Go up one more and we have sport. I don't think there's a sport plus on these, so now we can go into sport displays. This is our rev counter, etc. If we just tap, so that's that one. This one here does a little pre-check, engine temperature, outside temperature. Lets you know that sport is activated and you're green to go. Voila. Let's come back out of there. My mini contents of my mini country timer. Oh, I've not seen this one before. Okay, so this might be to do with efficient. I'm not too sure actually. This is a new one. What's this? Country timer. Oh, maybe it's I have no idea actually. We'll have to Google this one. That's what you do nowadays, isn't it? You Google everything. It's not always right though, so you have to read between the lines. But okay, we've obviously got the buttons down here as shortcuts as well, menu, map, etc. And then the handbrake. Okay, so now we've got a different view. So we can slide it. Oh, we can move these around like so. Now, if I put the vehicle into reverse, you'll see we've got the reverse camera, which also gives us the markings, the warnings. Now, what we'll do, well, that's your parking, so it's self-park. Can't really show you that in the show. I'm just going to put the window down. So, Dan, could you walk around the back and the front of the vehicle, please? So Dan is going to walk around. You'll notice it's green around the trim. Now it's gone amber. And sort of near and far as well, Dan. Thank you. And see, as he gets closer, it goes red. So the whole screen is lighting up around here as well as on the picture. And it will do that all around the vehicle. He's just going to go around to the front. Yeah. So that's quite nice as well. Quite gimmicky, but I think that's what the Minis are about. You know, they're not your standard car. They've got a totally different look. And I think that's why people love them. Got all the books in here. Like I say, I know what we wanted to just show you as well. We go to Mini. Okay, if we go down to status. Technology in action, driving information. Of course, there's an owner's handbook in here as well, but we want status. We're going to look at so where you get your tyre pressures. We can measure the oil, service requirements. So the first service, okay, so the first service is due in 3,700 miles. So what I'll do, I'll book this in with our BMW specialist and we'll get that service done. And that will all be updated onto the BMW Mini platform. It's the same platform pretty much. And it'll also go into the vehicle so that when we go to the top, up here, it will then show its first service as being completed. I guess, yeah, it's due in February, isn't it? So if it's done, so it's about 18,000 miles or 2 years, the service intervals. Brake fluid, the first one is always 3 years, so that's not due till the December. That's probably when that came out of the manufacturing and production, so it's just before the February. And the first one is 3 years for a reason, and that is because the fluid is new all the way through. After that, it's every 2 years, because when you do a fluid change, you'll never get all of the fluid out. So it's not it's slightly marred by the old fluid in there. So that and moisture is what you're trying to eradicate from the brake fluid, basically, because water turns to a gas, steam, and you don't want steam in a hydraulic pipe because it can be compressed. So that's why you change your fluid, because you want the fluid to basically, when you push the brake pedal, it pushes the brakes. If there's a gas in there, this is why your brakes go spongy. You can compress a gas. So if there's any gas in there, i.e. steam, because it's hot and the water's evaporated, you can compress it, and then your brakes feel spongy and they don't work as efficiently. I'm sure most of you knew that, but for those that didn't, they do now. Voila. And like I say, you can bring up the parking, he says. Yeah, you can. Right, I've talked for long enough in here. Very quickly, just going to show you, look how clean this is down here. We've got another USB. That's a USB there, not a USB-C. And you've got a 12-volt socket there, so you can put another USB. And obviously, we've also got sport mode. Go into S1, so that's still auto. As soon as you pull a paddle, it goes into manual mode. If you pull a paddle and you're just in normal driving mode and you're not in sport mode as well, it will go back to auto on its own. If not, you will need to, if you're in sport, flip it back or flip it over and flick it back to get it back into auto. Right, let's put that parking brake on. Oh, we're out of focus. Oh, roof. Let's open up the roof. So, as I say, you've got separate blinds, which is quite nice. I think there's 2 positions. There you go. It's all one touch for the roof. Come on, focus. Apple, you need to sort out the autofocus on your phones, and then you'd really have made a great phone. Okay, let's jump out. So there we have it, our Mini Countryman Cooper S exclusive. The exclusive has got more features on it because they do a classic as well. They also do a sport. I think for the purpose of these vehicles, the sport's really nice, but the exclusive sort of ticks a few more boxes because it's got a more comfortable ride. So for general driving, much more. And the power in this is ample. They really are. It's not the sort of vehicle you're going to drive around. It's not an M3, is it, at the end of the day? But it's got ample power, and it's a really comfortable car to drive around in. So thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I know it was long. I've just looked at how long it was. So if you stayed in there, thank you. But if you're looking at finance options, there's been a lot going on in the finance world in our industry. We, for the last few months or more, have not earned any commission out of any of our finance rates because we've tried to get them down as low as possible. There is a chance that if it doesn't go through with Santander and it goes through another finance company, they may pay us a small commission. We will let you know. These are the rules, so I'm just pointing it out. We have to be very transparent, and I'm sure it'll all sort itself out in the wash, as they say. As for warranty, the car's obviously got some warranty on it. I don't know why I left this to the end of the video. So this vehicle was also just under £40,000 when it was new, and therefore there is no VED tax on this car. I think it was at £190 for 12 months, Dan. Something like that. So if it was over £40,000, for the first 6 years of its life, it would have had an extra £410 a year of VED tax on it. So the road tax would have been near on £600. But this one isn't. It hasn't got VED. In fact, I need to prove it to you. And the way I do that is by showing you the... Yeah, so we have covered it up. You have to be careful. So this is the logbook for the car. One owner, and this is where it would say this vehicle exceeds £40,000 and has VED tax. It doesn't. So that's a saving of like £1,600 over the next few years. So that's, you know, nothing to be sniffed at, is it? Fantastic. Thank you for watching. We look forward to speaking to you soon. Bye now.